Howdy, welcome back to Alternate Aquatics. Today, we're going to be building a self-sufficient, self-reliant ecosystem in this jar. And once this lid goes back on here, it's never coming off again. Hopefully, this will outlive me. The very first thing that we're going to tackle is a drainage layer on the bottom. So for that, we're going to be using some leftover red lava rock. And I just bought this at Home Depot for, I think it was like 15 bucks for the whole bag. But since it's porous, it's lightweight, it's got a great amount of space in between. All right, we got our drainage layer in place, and we want to make sure that we keep as much of the debris of the rest of what's going in here off of these lava rocks. So we're going to take some window screen. You can use other things like you can use sphagnum moss, for example. Pretty much you're going to want to pick something though that's not going to have a chemical composition to it, especially not one that's going to ultimately release chemicals over time into your ecosystem. So window screen works great. You do want to make sure that you don't get metal window screening though, because that tends to rust after a while, which is going to not be healthy for your little ecosystem. So this obviously is going in here.
We're just going to go ahead and tuck those sides in there as nice as we can. Beautiful.
All right, we got our drainage layer. We got our window screen to keep it separate. The next step, we're gonna put some lava rocks in here next. And I just got little black lava rocks. Right, we got our lava rocks in there. Now we're going to want to add some actual soil. And for that, I personally prefer to use the Dark Frog substrate from Josh's Frogs, which is really just a blend of cocoa peat and an assortment of charcoal. And I believe they also have some more pumice in there because the stuff's actually really good. All right, the boring stuff's over. We've got all the layers. Now we get to decorate. First things first, I got this little piece of granite stone left over from when I built this bad boy behind me, which by the way, if you haven't checked this out, this is my masterpiece. I'll put the link in the description for the video. You'll want to make sure to watch that. We're going to put this guy front and center, and the reason I'm putting the rock in here is for when this grows out, it should leave a little bit of space for things to grow into so we can hopefully still see in here one day. The other thing we're going to go for is we're going to go for a piece of cork bark. Now we're going to get some plants in here, and I took 3 different trimmings of plants out of here, as well as a little bit of animal action that's going in here too.
All right, now that we got the plants in there, we're gonna get a little bit of our wildlife action in here as well. And I took a few snails that actually naturally made their way into my paludarium. And then also some roly-polies or pill bugs, which I also took out from my paludarium. They're supposed to be fancy, assorted, tropical pill bugs, but they look just like the ones that I see outside here in Florida, to be so honest with you. See those little white specks floating around on there? Those are springtails, which are gonna be eating all the bio waste out of here. So we're gonna put these in here too. All right, we're gonna give them a honest shot at life and a great fresh start. So we're gonna give them some Super Pig, which is what I use to gut load all my insects for the dart frogs living in there. It's just a multivitamin type of thing. We're also gonna throw a little bit of calcium powder in there, which is good for the critters. And then last but not least, we're gonna use some Josh's Spring to Life Springtail food. If I can get this damn thing open. Hold on. All right, I cheated, but we got her. And we're just gonna give her a little sprinkling in there. There you go. And not last but not least, we're gonna give her a nice little mist down too. There you go. So there we have it. This should be completely self-sufficient now. The bugs will eat the dead plant matter, which will turn into new nutrients, which the new plants will in turn use, and the cycle should be never ending. All we got to do now is hot glue gun this bad girl shut. Boom. Chaka-raka. There we have it, boyos. Well, there we go. I'm gonna do update videos on this, so you're gonna wanna make sure you subscribe for those. And, oh boy.